Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on the Texas Rangers Report brought to you by Infield Media. And in today's video, we're going to be going over the Texas Rangers needs headed into the 2021 offseason. The Rangers are a really bad team at the moment, so there are a lot of things and a lot of positions that the Rangers really need to address. Although in this video, I'll be discussing the crucial positions that the Rangers need to focus on in free agency this offseason. So with that being said, let's get straight into the video. The first position that the Rangers need to address this offseason is the starting rotation. The Rangers tried to do that last offseason when they traded for Corey Kluber and they signed Kyle Gibson and Jordan Lyles. Let's just say that didn't work out, as Corey Kluber only pitched like one inning for the Rangers and Kyle Gibson and Jordan Lyles pretty much sucked. So this leaves the Rangers rotation for 2021 looking like Lance Lynn, Kyle Gibson, Jordan Lyles, and then maybe Kyle Cody and maybe Colby Allard, but I don't know, because like they were prospects and they might go back down to the minors, and Colby Allard may not even start. He may be in the bullpen, he may not even be in the big league, so I don't know about that. So they definitely need to add some players. As far as what the Rangers should add to revamp the rotation, they will need to find inning eaters that will give their highly touted pitching prospects time to develop in the minors. And don't expect the Rangers to spend big money on anybody like Trevor Bauer or Masahiro Tanaka, as the Rangers are not in a stage of their rebuild when they should be spending money on big name free agents. Some affordable innings eaters the Rangers could bring in for 2021 could be re-signing Corey Kluber, because the Rangers liked what he did in spring training and his season was obviously cut short because of the injury. But teams are interested in Corey Kluber, so the Rangers could get outbid for Corey. But some other people that the Rangers could bring in are Chris Archer. He has a lot of good stuff. He's just been inconsistent. And then another one is Alex Wood. The second position the Rangers need to address this offseason is the backup catcher. I think that the Rangers are good with rolling out with Jose Trevino at catcher, but after that, Sam Huff isn't going to be your backup right now. He still needs to develop in the minors, and then besides that, there's nobody on your roster that's going to be your backup. So since the Rangers are looking for a backup, it's most likely going to be a low-cost player who's like average. So honestly, probably another Jeff Mathis, but not really. Maybe a little better, or hopefully we pay somebody the money we paid Robinson Chirinos last year, and he performs up to the money we thought Robinson Chirinos was going to perform at. So some people that I have in mind is Jason Castro, Wilson Ramos, and Kurt Suzuki, and these are all older guys who will help mentor Jose Trevino to help learn the catcher position. Now moving on to the third position on this list for the Rangers is the infield, and it was atrocious to say the least in 2020, with the exception of IKF. He played stellar defense. He won a Gold Glove in 2020, and I don't think that it's a lock to say Odor, Andrews, and Guzman. I don't think it's locked to say any of them will be on the opening day roster in 2020, and if that is the case, John Daniels has a lot of work on his hands to replenish 3/4 of the infield. And let's just play out one scenario where both Andrews and Odor are not on the team in 2021, although because Guzman is still young, he hasn't had as much time in the majors, let's just say they give him the shot to be the everyday first baseman. And if you're curious how the Rangers would even get rid of Elvis and Odor because of their massive contracts, make sure to subscribe right now to Centerfield Media, because I'll be breaking down possible scenarios in a later video. But this would ultimately mean IKF, Isaiah Kiner Falefa, would move to shortstop, and then the Rangers would need an everyday third baseman and an everyday second baseman. For the third base position, I think Ha-Seong Kim from the KBO would be a great candidate from South Korea. He is a young, athletic infielder who is quick, who also has a little bit of pop in his bat as well. I actually made a video on him where I go more in depth about the Rangers being a little interested in signing the prospect. So if you haven't seen it, you might want to check that out. You'll learn a little bit more about Ha-Seong Kim. But now moving on to the second base position, I think a guy like Kolten Wong or Kike Hernandez would be a good addition as well. This is because they're both elite defenders, so this would already add to a really good defensive team in the Rangers that already has Isaiah Kiner-Falefa and Joey Gallo, who have both won Gold Gloves this year. Jose Trevino and Leo de Tavares are both young rookies who have played good defense in the minors. And then Ronald Guzman, who hasn't played a lot in the majors, but when he has, he's played good defense. And even though there are other second basemen in free agency that have better bats than Kike and Kolten Wong, I think this could be the Rangers' niche for winning games in 2021. This being air-free baseball to keep the pitchers in ball games. And last but not least, the Rangers need a power bat. There seemed to be a lack of the Rangers' usual thump in the lineup in 2020, and I think if Yeonis Cespedes is cheap, I think he would be a great addition to the platoon with Willie Calhoun and Nick Solak for a little DH and left fielder duties for 2021. That just about wraps up this video. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up down below. Tell me in the comments who you want the Rangers to sign this offseason. Thanks for staying to the very end and watching the Texas Rangers Report brought to you by Infield Media. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.